Hello, welcome back to my channel, and today, yes, we are in the kitchen again, but there is amazing news. Today is a day that I get to focus on Preptober 100%. So I have been in the audio trenches for the last 2 weeks straight, and I have only one more book on deadline for the 24th, and then I'm pretty much able to pump the brakes a little bit and breathe. So I am giving myself some vocal rest, even though I'm going to be talking in this video. I'm usually talking anywhere between 3 to 5 hours a day straight recording. I get about an hour and a half when my little is at nap, and I get about 2 or 3 hours at night when he goes down if I'm not editing. So I've been kind of pulling triple duty, early morning, nap time, and afternoon, so my voice is a little bit raw. So I'm really glad for the break, and I'm going to be able to go over my book, my project, a brand new project. I have been working on Project Claymore for the last 3 nanos, 2 nanos and a couple of camps. And I've just had to put it aside because my brain cannot focus on it. It's one of those series I'm going to have to come back to once I get my groove, because I'm learning in writing under a pen name in a new genre. There are certain things that have to be put in place before certain books can be written. And the current book that I am writing is definitely the book that has to be written prior to Claymore. It's really going to help me. It's really going to focus me. And it's not a big shiny new object. This plot has been there for the last 4 years, marinating in the back of my mind, and now it is through the forefront. And it's just one of those things where it's the right time. It's the right time to write it. It's now. The time is now, and I feel ready. I feel excited, which is something I haven't felt in a really long time. I'm excited about Claymore. However, I really feel that in order to do the Claymore well, I have some things to learn and flesh out, and I can do that with this new project. So this morning I woke up, I spent some time in the good book, I surfed the internet a little bit in bed before I even got out. I came downstairs at 7 and I got myself breakfast and my cup of coffee, and then I went upstairs and did some moving of money because it was a payday today, and we've paid a lot of debt off in the 4 months that we have been here at student loans. So we are working towards getting rid of that, and we paid down, like I said, a lot. So we're really excited. Every payday we get to see what we pay off a little bit more. And we're in a really good space right now, and I feel free and I feel released, and my creativity feels released, and I'm very excited to get going on this new project. It is exciting to get to work on a brand new project, and I really hope it can give me some perspective on Claymore, on a couple of other projects that I had sort of started as works in progresses or WIPs. So today at nap time, we're going to be going over what I'm using for plotting and everything like that. And then after nap time, after he goes down for a bed, we're going to be doing a little bit more. So, but until then, I am with my little for the rest of the day. Okay, so the little is going down for a nap, and I am ready to dive in to start prepping for NaNoWriMo in Preptober. I saved today for just this. So I have this classic size happy planner that has rose gold discs, and I got this hardcover. It's kind of like a cloth hard / leathery type material. I got that on sale. You can hear my son putting himself down in the background. But this was on sale, and inside I have two tabs. So this first tab is just note paper that I took out of a classic Happy Planner notebook, and it just has blank sheets. And then this next part has the HB, or Heart Breathing's plot your novel character breakdown that Sarah Cannon has. So I have a multitude of those in there. I also have a plethora of pens for POVs, which I'm really excited about. I have all of my washi tape in front of me, and then of course I have my notebook, which is full of notes until about here. So half the notebook is full. So I get to transfer those. I have my Harry Potter music and ambiance from Ambient Worlds going in the background. Dumbledore's office is my favorite one. And yeah. Some of you might be wondering, hey, you said you were going to be using Scrivener, and I was. But here's the thing with Scrivener versus my natural, normal creative process. So I have this thing, and I bet you a lot of writers have it, where it's like the brain to hand connection really fuels the creativity spark. And I was noticing with Scrivener, I was getting really bored really easily inputting the notes. Even though I was just inputting some notes, it became like a drag already. Like I was just like, ugh, this is boring. Because like I like washi tape, I like color coding, and I think this is why the first time I tried to use Scrivener, I didn't continue using Scrivener. That was like 2 years ago, so I really can't remember, but I think that disconnect between the brain to hand actual writing had something to do with it, because when I'm writing things out, I'm able to better explore them. I feel like I'm connecting better. And I know that with doing it on Scrivener, I would definitely be going faster, because you can type faster than you can write. But it's just not my process. And I was trying to go about this being a little bit more like, I'm an adult now. I'm going to do it on the computer. I'm going to save time. I'm going to type faster because, you know, typing is faster than writing. It's going to save me time. I'm going to be able to get ahead. I'm going to not have to flip through pages. I'm just going to be able to go over to my sidebar and hit a note card or a character card and just pop it up like that. And that is true. And I probably will use Scrivener at some point because I do like the interface. However, I find that if I have started a project by hand, I have to finish it by hand. Now that I have to write the whole thing out by hand, but I have to get the plotting notes out by hand. Seems like an extra step that I don't need to take. Now you might be asking from there, then why are you taking these notes and putting them into, you know, the Happy Planner? Well, that answer is very simply, these are rough notes. Like these are, oh my gosh, like bullet point notes. Like for characters, I have something as simple as somebody's mother and married to X, distant and cruel, ruthless. So it would be nice to be able to kind of expand on that and put them in here. Now that person, obviously, since they only had a couple of points, isn't a main character. However, she is important to the story, but it's nice to put everything down in somewhat of an order, because I used Brandon Sanderson's plot structure outline to do this book and I loved it, but in order to do it, I had to kind of go all over the place because I was still exploring the process and discovering things as I was going. And if I can remember the link, I will link it down below. It was for his book, for Skyward's book outline. He put online for people to kind of see his process of how he does things. And this really helped me get a handle on this realm, this world that I'm creating, and these people who are in it, and their conflicts and everything else. So that contingent with the Happy Planner and Sarah's plotting notes are going to be amazing. So I'm really excited to get going. I can't believe it. I'm doing Preptober and we're going to be writing. I'm going to be writing a new project. The last couple of nanos I have been writing in Claymore, and right now Claymore is just not coming. I feel like I need to get some things in order before I really start Claymore, and I feel like certain books need to be written first, and this book, it's ready, it's time, as I said previously. So I'm really excited to flesh it all out. So let's get writing. I was just outside with a little, but we're gonna say best laid plans, right? So started handwriting out everything for this project, this nano project. You saw me handwrite out all of the character stuff and a little bit of the plot. You know, I said I wasn't gonna use Scrivener because it would disconnect me from the process. Well, having a cramped hand disconnects me from the process, so my process is adjusting. What I will be doing is I will be inputting these notes right here into Word documents and then placing them, cutting them down, sizing them down, and then placing them in here to, you know, to just stick in there. That way it's kind of a series Bible. I'm still not using Scrivener, but I'm going back to the trusty Word, and I will be doing word sprints to kind of get my mind like back in that vein of, okay, yes, 20 minutes, 5-minute warm-up, 25 long, 30-minute sprints. So that's what's gonna happen. And then my girlfriend from Texas sent me this. Look at this. Look at this. She made this for me. And she also made me a Slytherin cup that's up there. But if I showed it to you guys, she'd probably murder me. Because it's not like the finished product. It was just one of her like experiments. So she's sending me a new one that is more like this, the finished product. So I am so thankful. If and when she ever gets her store up, which she needs to, I will link her because, oh my gosh, she's amazing. So I'm gonna go fill this with water and I am going to start writing sprints. So it is currently 9:15 and I just got up from getting ready for bed. One of the things about having new systems in place and new, what do you want to call it, habits, or trying to form habits, are being consistent. So at 9 o'clock, I sign off. I got 903 words of my notes transferred, which is really, really good. And I'm happy with that. I was listening to Sarah Cannon's coffee chat there at the end, which was actually very helpful. Just to have something background and book related going on. So tomorrow we wake up at 6 a.m. and start all over again. So I'm hoping by the end of next week to have all of these notes transferred. That way I can flesh out my characters. I have to order ink because there is no ink for my printer in the area. So I had to order it from Amazon. Hopefully that'll be here by Monday or Tuesday. And that way I can print out my notes and cut them down to size to put inside of my Classic Happy Planner. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's all over the place, but it is another Preptober vlog. So we're getting there. From me to you guys, one love.